Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. The 43rd governor of Arkansas, Jim Guy Tucker, has died.
A dynamic political figure, he rose through the ranks to achieve the state's highest office, only to be brought down by a prosecutor investigating the nation's chief executive. Here is our look back at the remarkable life of Jim Guy Tucker. More than most who excel in politics, Jim Guy Tucker experienced the highs and the lows of public life. Born in Oklahoma City, Tucker spent his formative years in Little Rock, graduated from Hall High School, and then made his way to Harvard, where he earned a degree in government. After graduation, he joined the United States Marines Reserves, only to be discharged 3 months later due to a medical condition. But Jim Guy Tucker made his way to Vietnam anyway, working as a civilian war correspondent from early 1965 through 1967. When he came home, Tucker enrolled at the University of Arkansas School of Law and launched his career as an attorney with Little Rock's Rose Law Firm. But politics was his calling. In 1970, at the age of 27, Tucker became the Pulaski County prosecutor. 2 years later, he was elected Attorney General and also met the love of his life.
He's considered one of the state's most eligible bachelors, but that will all end Saturday. Jim Guy, when did all these plans come into effect?
Betty and I have been dating each other for 3 years now, Pam.
Tucker married future Arkansas First Lady Betty Allen Allworth in 1975. Their blended family quickly became a force on the campaign trail.
I want you to know our family. I think that's important as you make your decision on the United States Senate, because we want to represent you in Washington, D.C. for the next 6 years.
In 1976, Jim Guy Tucker's meteoric rise through Arkansas politics landed him in Washington as Arkansas's 2nd District congressman. He set his sights on a Senate seat after a single term, but lost a runoff against then-Governor David Pryor. The Tuckers returned to Arkansas and established a lucrative cable television business, only to re-enter politics just as the state's longtime chief executive was eyeing the White House. In 1990, Tucker was elected lieutenant governor. 2 years later, Bill Clinton was elected president, and he became Arkansas's 43rd governor.
I look forward to addressing these challenges with you as your partner, as your friend, and as your fellow Arkansan during these next 2 months.
As governor, Tucker championed prison reform, won a soft drink tax to shore up the state's Medicaid program, and signed both the Arkansas Civil Rights Act of 1993 and Act 1216, which established the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. In 1994, he was elected to a full 4-year term in office, but he would not see it through to the end.
Late this afternoon, prosecutor Kenneth Starr announced felony charges against Mr. Tucker. This is the first time in Arkansas history a governor has been charged with criminal wrongdoing.
On June 6, 1995, Governor Tucker was charged with 21 criminal counts of mail fraud and conspiracy by independent counsel Kenneth Starr, part of his investigation of the Whitewater affair, a sprawling probe of Bill and Hillary Clinton's Arkansas real estate investments and their connection to a failed savings and loan. Tucker was the biggest fish among a series of Arkansans targeted and indicted by Starr during his pursuit of the Clintons.
Thanks again.
The independent counsel was wrong to do what he did. Just wrong.
After a dramatic, high-profile trial, Tucker was convicted on May 28, 1996. Though he maintained his innocence, he immediately announced he would step down.
My resignation will be effective on or before July the 15th. I thank you for allowing me the honor of serving you as your governor.
Tucker did leave office on July 15th, despite some last-minute misgivings. At sentencing, prosecutors asked that he serve 10 years in prison, but a judge instead sentenced the former governor to probation, fines, and restitution, citing Tucker's chronic liver condition. On Christmas Day of 1996, he received a liver transplant that likely saved his life. After leaving public service, Jim Guy Tucker served on the boards of Arkansas Heart Hospital and the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency. In a 2015 interview, he said despite the terrible ending to his governorship, he had no regrets.
what they call the Whitewater investigation, and the special counsel that was out to impeach President Clinton made it a terrible, terrible ending for us. But the wonderful experience we had still outweighs it all. Just wish I could have served a bit longer.
Well, Jim Guy Tucker is survived by his wife Betty and 4 children. He was 81 years old.